Hi everyone, it's Ann here from Ann Makes with another video in the Creativation 2019 series that I made for you. In today's video, I have some what I thought were really neat tips to share with you that I learned from visiting the Clover booth at Creativation this past January, and I picked up on some new, maybe not new to you tips, but they're new to somebody out there, and there are things that these are tried and true, showing us how to use certain tools that they have and techniques. So there's going to be one of the techniques that I was able to film was how to gauge yarn swatch, knitting crochet swatches with a gauge. That it's a little tool that they have, and it was explained in this video that you're going to see. Another thing that I learned about was I believe it's called a boro. I hope I didn't butcher that. Japanese style of mending, and I thought it was really cool to see the demonstrator work with these really long sewing needles. So I have that to share with you. So if you're interested in seeing some tips for your needlework, whether it is sewing, knitting, crochet, stay tuned. I have a few little juicy tidbits awaiting for you.
It's a swatch ruler and needle gauge and crochet hook. So here we have all the US sizes with the millimeters for the European sizes. Across the top are the Japanese knitting needle sizes with the millimeters. Then on this insert is the crochet hook gauge, and that has the US, Japanese, and millimeters, the European. So you simply, you look for the right groove where it's a snug fit.
The snuggest fit.
Yeah, this is too loose, so this is the snug fit. And that's the same with your needle.
And that's at the height that you would check it. So
yes, you have to come
up. This is a great
up,
visual for the beginners.
Up on your shaft, like same with this. You wouldn't want to go down on the narrow part. You would look for the too small. That's the snug fit down on the shaft, right? Okay. And then same with the knitting needle. You would say, that's it. So it doesn't fit there. It's too loose here. This is the perfect fit. Okay. So then the three components are the knitting needle gauge, the crochet hook gauge, and then this magic circle is is the swatch ruler. And I don't know if you're familiar with the gauge, but if you don't have the right gauge, your project can be too small, too big, and even worse, you can run out of yarn. So it's very important, and it's important to have a good gauge like this, over 4 inches. Most of our patterns call for 4 inches, so this is just a stockinette stitch gauge, so you line it up. And here we also have inches and centimeters, so that's also for European or the Japanese. With globalization and the web, we have access to so many patterns and hooks and needles from all over the world now.
Yes,
so some of the hooks and needles have nothing on them. Some have letters, some have numbers. So this, you'll see other gauges, but really the 4-inch square is the most accurate, because some gauges have a slit here and some are just a ruler. If you just had a slit here and here, it would work on stockinette. But supposing your pattern was like this, and you would not get an accurate gauge if you just had a slit here and here. So that's why it's really important to have the full 4-inch square. So this is a great tool, and there's really nothing else, as I said, on the market that incorporates all these elements. Thank you. You're welcome.
And this is the new Boro
which is a running stitch.
Is that very, very popular, this floral style?
It's an old Japanese form of mending.
Yes.
And so we have the spoon thimble, so that you butt the needle up against that and you do your running stitches.
Oh, I see. That's a little different.
Yeah. So
that's something I am not familiar with.
So you put that right against there, and then you push with that to push the needle through. So
that's really nice. That's a nice, because we're often when I'm mending something or sewing something, that's exactly what I do. I push with my hand.
Yeah. So you want to push with you put this on
little doodad
like that.
That's how it goes.
And then you use a long needle, and so you can really move it up and down. And there's the shorter ones if you're doing straight sashiko.
I hope you found this video informative. Maybe you learned something. Maybe at least you were entertained by it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like, please comment, please share. And let me know also if you'd like to see more of this kind of video. And until next time, stay crafty. Bye!